Hey everyone, and welcome back to another amazing, unfiltered, hilarious episode of The Shift Show. I'm Kayla, your host, who is in fact getting over a cold, so if I sound weird, that is in fact why. And it has not been fun. It has actually been such a crazy week. I called off of work, and if you know me, you know I do not be doing that. I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck on Wednesday, and only reason I went in on Wednesday is because I knew I was the only manager there for my area. So I decided to go ahead and go in and proceed to feel like I was dying my entire shift. So yeah, that was not fun. Anyways, we're here, we're back. I can't really say better than ever. I'll be able to say that next week. But as of right now, we're here. We're alive, and that's all that matters. Anyways, I hope you guys had a much better week than I did. Literally, I want you guys to know I was working on the sales floor. I, sniffed or something. I just, breathed in extra hard. I was probably, going through it, so I was probably I was out of sigh or whatever, but I, breathed in through my nose really hard, and I don't know what I felt, but I was instantly I'm about to get sick. And as my shift progressed on Monday, I felt worse and worse. So, look at me. Also, I'm lucky I'm still alive because I'd be taking NyQuil Severe and half that fucking bottle is gone. So, thank God I'm still with us. That would suck. Anyways, let's get into it. I just want to say if you attended the Grand National Tour with SZA and Kendrick Lamar, I'm jealous. Okay, my cousin was going to sell me a ticket for Wednesday. However, Wednesday I was dying. I was like, I actually can't go. Any other, if it was Friday, I would have powered through it. I'd have been like, you know what, fuck it, we ball. I'm good. I'd have been fine. I'd have found a way. Wednesday, though, I felt like I literally got beat up. I would feel like I got jumped by 10 niggas, okay? I felt like the gorilla got me, okay? I actually could not go. Also because I was still looking at ticket prices. I got off work at 6 p.m. on Friday. I said I'm about to clock out. I'm putting my little number in to clock out. I'm like, let me see what the ticket prices are, because I'll go home, get dressed, and go right now. I never give a fuck, okay? I'll go by myself, and my girlfriend didn't want to go, too. I did not care. $700. It was $250, $257 to be exact. At the very top, fucking nosebleeds. On, the side, mind you, not even in the freaking front. And let me tell you, I spent $250 for Section 200 for Beyonce. My standards are different now. I'm not paying that much. No. I got Miss Beyonce Knowles, female pop vocalist. No, for $250 for Section 200. Mind you, directly in the middle. I literally saw everything, okay? No, I was not. No. As much as I wanted to go, the prices were outrageous. No. And like I said, I was willing to get last minute tickets. Because I don't care. I wanted to go. I was going to find a way to go, but not for $700. That's my car note times 2. That's 2 months of a car note. I am all about, making memories and everything, but, that would have been crazy. That's too far. No. So, if you got tickets and you did not pay an arm and a leg and half a kidney, I am quite bitter. But that leads me into my topic of building your life outside of work. And look, let me tell you this. A lot of people that I know be like, damn, bitch, I kind of forgot that you were working. Yeah, because I'm not going to make work my personality. I'm not doing that. Do I love my job? Well, love is a big word for Elmo. Do I like my job? Absolutely. Am I willing to sell my soul? No. Am I willing to make it become my whole life? No. I'm young, high, and turn. I'm 24. Are you kidding me? This is my prime. these are our years, Kendall. I'm 27, or I'm 25, you're like 30. Like, these are my years. I'll be damned if I slave away for some damn job. I was gonna say retail job, but like, I actually don't even care what kind of job it is. If it was an office job, I didn't care. I'm not gonna slave away for some job that would replace me. I want to say in 2 minutes, but clearly that's not the truth. Saying that because I have been without a peer for the last month and a half. I've been over 10 areas versus 5 for the last month and a half. And anyways, I'm not, they could though, you know, in theory. I'm not going to give my years to some corporation. Let's just say that. There's literally like nothing that I will not do after work. I have gone to Disneyland after work. I have driven to fucking Vegas after work twice this year. Okay, I have driven to Vegas after work twice now. Nothing can stop me, literally. Like, I drink a Red Bull, or I've actually been into these new energy drinks. There's like 2. One is called Guru. I think I give them an 8 out of 10. The other is called Pro Baller, and I felt like I had did the line, but I didn't die. Literally, my sister was calling it crack, and I'm like, okay. And then, literally, I drank that Pro Baller at like, maybe like 6 or 7 a.m. I was at a concert that night at like 9:30 p.m. And I texted like, damn, maybe that drink was crack because I'm still wide awake. I'm still wired. And my sister was like, you should listen to me. I never said it was a problem though. So hopefully I get this across to Pro Baller and they sponsor me. Do you know how great that would be? I'm going to send them an email like, hey, got my birthday coming up. Yeah. I think I just got an idea, actually. Anyways, there's literally nothing that will stop. There's not much that I would not do after work. Shit, 2 weeks ago, my friends were supposed to, please note that I said supposed to, come down here for a music festival that was only going to last one day. It was literally, it's called Empower Her, or Empower, I don't know how it's pronounced, but it was spelled Empower and then Her. So I think Empower Her, I don't know. They were supposed to come for that, and I was like, oh, I'll probably come. Okay. It was literally like a discount price for students, and I still got a student ID. Shout out to Cal State Long Beach. Shout out to that master's degree. Shout out to Cal State Monterey Bay. I still got that ID too. But I was like, okay, I'll come. Cool. I'll go. Cool, whatever. And then my friend's like, oh, you could probably just come, and they might have like people outside like willing to give their wristbands away for free because they saw the person they want to see. Oh, even better. I'm gonna come. Texted me on fucking Tuesday talking about the festival was canceled. Oh, got it. Okay. Anyways, that is just me saying I will do whatever after work. Work never stop nothing, okay? I will ask to come in early. You kidding me? I literally worked a 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. shift, got my ass in the car, changed, drove to my cousin's house, drove to Vegas. Work literally will never stop nothing for me. So, story time. Not really story time for real. So, do y'all know what AMC A-List is? Because AMC hate to see me coming. AMC A-List allows you to see used to be 3 free movies a week. And in the state of California, it's $24.99. And it's more expensive in California for obvious reasons. One, this is California. Like, sometimes we just gonna have to eat that. But we also have, like, I believe, more access to AMCs. I'm willing to believe, like, California, New York, and there was one other state where it was more expensive at. Which, it was only more expensive by, like, $2, so whatever. Our minimum wage is $17 here, so whatever. Anyways, allows you to see 3 free movies a week, no matter what format, be it Dolby, Laser, or IMAX. Yeah, let's just say, I think I've seen, like, 24 movies this year. And it's May. The goal is actually to see 62. And I feel like I'm slipping because I was sick last week, last week, because the week has not ended for me. It's Saturday, actually, so. I was sick from Monday to like Friday, or Monday to like Tuesday to Thursday, really. So only technically like 2 days, but like I was getting sick Monday, so I kind of slept all day, and then Friday I'm like getting over being sick. So yeah. So I haven't really seen that many movies this month. I'm slipping. I believe in April, I literally be getting sidetracked, but like, who cares? Y'all love to hear me yap, I hope. Shout out to my loyal listeners. I love you guys down. I've seen 4 movies this month, but in April, I saw 7. Right? And I feel like I wanted to beat that this month because May has like 5 weekends, and I only worked 2 of those weekends, because like in March had 5 weekends, but I worked 3 of them, so like, because I get every other weekend off, so I'm like, okay, I feel like I could beat that. But with me being sick this past week, like it really put a damper on it. Also, gonna interject even more. Have y'all seen that movie with The Weeknd? And I don't mean seen, I just mean like, have y'all like seen that on Twitter, like heard about it? It was so fucking bad. There's one scene, because it's with The Weeknd and Jenna Ortega, and I can't even really tell you what the movie's about. Like, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but it was about The Weeknd. The Weeknd was playing himself. He was playing himself in like this coke state, and when I say coke, I do mean that booger sugar, okay? He's playing himself in like a drug insomniac state. And Jenna Ortega's in it, and I don't know if Jenna Ortega and him were dating. I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. However, in one scene, you guys have probably seen it on Twitter, because that's where I saw it first, and me and my girlfriend were going to leave the movie, but I was like, I have to see this scene, actually. In the movie, he is telling Jenna Ortega to shut the fuck up, and he's like, shut the fuck up. When I tell y'all, the theater was silent. People were actually like into the movie. I'm over here cackling. That shit was so funny, and I'm like, wait, y'all are into this? I gave it 1 star. I use Letterboxd, and if you guys want to follow me on Letterboxd, it's Kayla with 2 A's and V. Anyways, you can see all the movies I've seen this year. We'll like see which ones. There ain't many that I haven't seen, but yeah, no, that was a terrible movie, guys, and yeah. Back to what I was originally saying, though. AMC A-List. I use my AMC A-List after work. I work like 10 minutes from the movie theater. They hate to see me coming. Like I said, I saw 7 movies last month. 4 so far this month. I'm going to try to make it to 3 or 4 movies next week. I feel like I can. I'm probably going to see one Monday and Wednesday. Maybe I'll try for like Friday and Saturday. That's what I'm going to hope for. Tuesday, I'm going to Disney with my best friend. Mind you, Tuesday I gotta work, because I almost said that company's name, and I'm actually not even going to finish that sentence. But I have to go in on Tuesday at 4 a.m. And I'm probably going to work 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. because I had plans. Like, I made plans because I was supposed to be off. So I told them I could work. Excuse me. Getting over being sick. Told them I could work 4 a.m. to like 10 a.m. So that's what they're getting out of me. And then I'm going to go to Disneyland with my best friend. I'm going to try to convince my manager to let me be off Wednesday, because I have Thursday off. But I requested Thursday off for something. I told her, I was like, I want my regular 2 days off, and I want this day off. And she said, okay. And now I'm not getting my regular days off because I'm supposed to be off Tuesday and Saturday, but I requested Thursday off. So I was like, let me be off Wednesday, because I know her. She's not going to let me be off Friday, which is fair. So I'm going to be like, let me be off on Wednesday. So let me see how that goes. If she says no, it's fine. But like, let me be off, girl. What the fuck? I feel like asking for Friday would be too much. Any fucking ways. AMC hate to see a bitch like me come in, mostly because I be scamming the hell out of them. I'm not really gonna tell y'all my scam. It's not like a big scam. Like, it's not like Watergate, or, you know, not Watergate. Although I be putting gate behind everything that happens in my house. Anyways, it's not like Watergate or nothing. It's not deep, but I do be scamming them. Anyways, because one thing that job is not going to make me do is not enjoy my life. I feel like I said that wrong, but you guys know what I mean. I believe in work-life balance. And when I say work-life balance, you cannot let your job stress you out to the point of not wanting to go and enjoy your life after on a fucking Wednesday. Okay? I will literally do anything after work. I never cared. I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to drink a Red Bull and be fine. Like, I don't drink a Red Bull every day because I know the long-term effects it can do on you. You know, I read. I got a little degree or whatever. I'm fully aware of, like, the long-term effects that it could have on the body. But if I know I'm going to drink one anyways, I will simply just wait till the end of the day. Well, not the end of the day, obviously. I would like to go to bed. But the end of, like, my work day, like, towards my last break, which is, like, an hour and a half before my shift ends, drink the Red Bull then, and then go do whatever I was going to go do. Typically, I don't need one to go see a movie because it's a movie I want to see. Unless it was that terrible movie with The Weeknd. Or that terrible movie, The Woman in the Yard. That was also a bad movie this year. But, like, when I go to Disneyland Tuesday, I'm going to drink a Red Bull. I don't care. The fucking shift starts at 4 a.m. Yeah, I'm going to drink a Red Bull. Yeah, no, that job will literally never make me not go out. I am trying to think of I don't know if I've done any fun things, like fun things after work this year. But last year, the options were endless. I know I drove to Monterey after work, too. Like, Vegas is 4 hours, Monterey is 5 hours. I literally went to work one day, drove to Vegas after him. My best friend was at work, because she's a teacher, so she was at work. It was a Friday. She was at work, too, and so was my other best friend. They're together. They're fiancés. They were at work, so I was like, I'm going to work from 8 to 12, drive there, you guys will be off by 5. Period. That works out perfectly. Yeah, I know that this is true. I know that the way I process stress is not the way that everyone processes stress. Which, we're all different people, makes complete and total sense. Yes, I'm here, I understand. However, we, as a society, need to take back our lives. I feel like that's a good way to say that. As a society, we need to take back our lives. Meaning, okay, I tell people this all the time, and I know this simply because we talked about this when I was in school. To get rid of burnout, you have to stop the cycle. You have to stop doing what you were doing that made you feel burnt out. No amount of rest is going to fix you feeling burnt out if you're going back to these same cycles that made you feel burnt out. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, which is fair. You're thinking like, oh, if I could just get a break, you're going to be then living for a break. What a lot of people are doing is living for the weekend. You're living for 2 days. No, and don't get me wrong. I hate how our society is set up. Why am I working 5 days and then only getting a break for 2? Why am I doing that? I don't like that either. Don't get me wrong. And if you fucking work retail, your days might not even be this 2 days together. I'm lucky enough to be a manager where mine are. Like, I get a weekday off and then I get the weekend because, Sunday starts a new week. I'm lucky enough for that. But also, not everybody is. So, yeah. However, like I was saying, in order to stop feeling burnt out and in order to stop feeling as stressed, we need to take away what was making us feel like that. Now, do I believe that we as a society need to change how we view? No, I don't want to say that because now I sound like I'm for corporations and I'm not. I pinky promise I'm not. You know that girl that be like, I'm saved because I can't get no whooping. That's how I am right now. I wish as a society we had a different perspective on having to work. Do we not get paid enough? Absolutely. Do we... How do I phrase this? Is working not it? Yes. However, my thought is always, we became adults and what did we think was going to happen? As Gen Z, we are now currently living through our second recession. However, this one we're able to work. So, it is very interesting to see some of Gen Z like working retail, but some of us working like at Fortune 500 companies. Like, this is just kind of the reality that we're at. Like, we went to college and we literally did everything right. But nonetheless, like, the goal that was always drilled into our heads was go to college and get a good job. I get that nobody likes to work. Like, I'm here. I'm probably like one of like 17 people that I know who like actually like their jobs. But also, what did we think was gonna happen? You need a job. You need a good job to be able to buy a house. Like, this was drilled into us. We got jobs and now everybody's like, why do I have to work? Well, wasn't that the... Not to sound like Anthony Hamilton, the point of it all, though. Isn't that the point of it all? Like, what are we talking about? So, I don't know. I hope I don't sound too, like, boomer. Most importantly, I really hope I don't sound too boomer. But also, I hope I don't sound like I'm pro-corporation, because I'm not. Do I think that these corporations run us ragged? Absolutely. Do they not pay us enough? Absolutely. Like, there are just, like, so many aspects of this. But also, what did we think was going to happen? Like, I don't know. I kind of just chalk this up to, yeah, this is what life is. But I got to make the best of it. If I want to end the cycle of like, oh, I hate my life, I hate my job, I have to actively find ways to break that. Now, there's some caveats to this. I live in LA. Grateful to live in a house my grandmother owns and not pay any bills. Definitely grateful. Just worried about like paying my car note, paying my insurance. That I owe my mom money for right now. Wow. Thank God I get paid soon because I fucking forgot about that. Pay my car insurance, gas and like my student loans. Those are really my responsibilities right now. So I'm able to do a lot more things than like somebody who's paying rent. However, I feel like people are still not making the best of it. But, like, I get it. You're, like, paying rent. You got a lot on your plate. Like, I understand completely. So, those are not the people that I'm, like... I'm not really trying to talk about anybody. But those are not the people that I'm, like, talking about right now. It's the ones who would be in the same predicament as me. Or not would be, are in the same predicament as me. Talking about, I'm so burnt out. I have to work. I have to do this. Okay, go enjoy your life. You're fucking 25. You're 30. Like, go enjoy your life. No one's making you do the things you don't want to do. Because I'm not talking about people who have to pay rent. I'm not talking about people who are, like, being swallowed up in bills. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the ones who have free will, who have... I don't want to call it... What is it called? Like, a little bit of disposable income. I'm talking about those people. I feel like everybody is like, fuck these corporations. They're not paying me enough. I deserve this. Like, yeah, no, for sure you deserve this. But also, how are you making your life better? Like, this is your life. And you're not living it. So, yeah, I feel like there's an influx of that. With both millennials and Gen Z. Like, I hate that shit bad. But, like I was saying... We're not stopping the cycle of burnout. Jesus. We're not stopping that cycle, so we continuously feel burnt out. Do we not see how that's a problem? I do, but Maybe I don't know shit. I don't know. But yeah. Sucks, but there's that on that. Those are my 2 cents, and I'm gonna keep talking about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those girlies that's like, and you know what? I'm done talking about it, because I never am. I will never be done talking about anything. Are you kidding me? Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, and you know what? After my break, I want to discuss some current things in media that really ain't got shit to do with retail, but we gonna fucking talk, because there's too much shit going on in the media right now. So we'll be right back. We're back. And let me just fucking ask this. Why the fuck do men hate women so goddamn much? I need answers now. Okay? Give me some fucking answers now. Because bringing back up how niggas don't believe that Tory shot Megan, pissing me off. And let me tell you why it's pissing me off so bad. Because let's say I wholeheartedly believe that that nigga Daystar, I believe that is his name, his stupid ass name. I believe that nigga shot Meg, right? However, the reason he has 10 years in jail is not because of that. He was on probation, 1. That nigga is also from Canada. He is not an American citizen. He was found with a gun. California don't play that. And like, okay. So I've like had this thought like marinating in my head, and I couldn't find a way to like get it out until like recently. And when I say marinating in my head, I just mean for the last like couple days. Because, you know, I was on my deathbed on Thursday, so I had plenty of time to be scrolling. When R. Kelly originally went to jail, and niggas, well, not even just niggas, men and women of boomers and Gen X and millennials, because side note, there's one person that I know who be pissing me clean the fuck off because he loved to say, we also listen to R. Kelly. And when I was like, no the fuck we don't, nigga, and my sister was like, no the fuck we don't, nigga, he decided to come at me and not my sister. And I'm not saying like he should have came at my sister too. I'm not saying that. My issue is that he only come at me, and I feel like it's because I'm younger than him. And now when I start calling him slurs, don't worry. He looked like me. I don't be calling other racist slurs. I don't do that. However, when I start calling him slurs, he gonna think I'm crazy. But anyways, not the point. When all this shit came about R. Kelly, I was young still. I was like, I don't even know if, I think I had just started high school or whatever, when he was like when he went to jail. And then when Bill Cosby went to jail, same thing. I was young. I was like in high school, so I'd like don't have the thought. The thoughts I have now have been growing. Like I would have had different thoughts, I believe. I don't know. I was a child anyways. However, I was still like, bro, like these women were paid off and they're still like, yeah, no, he assaulted me. Also, R. Kelly was marrying Aaliyah. She was 15. Like, anyways, that's not the point of this. And again, I know that this is not about retail anymore. However, I just like to talk, and I just feel like I should just bring this up. Anyways, crazy way to bring this up, but it's, you know, current events. Anyways, when all this stuff came about R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, I, like, my adult brain, like, before this, like, Meg and Tory stuff, my adult brain always, like, you know, I'm not agreeing with this, and I do believe that even people who think this should also be in hell. But people are sympathizing and, like, I don't know what else to call it. But people are, like, upset that these people are in jail because of, like, the nostalgia factor. R. Kelly had hits in the 90s and in the early 2000s, yes. Bill Cosby show, like, yes. A bunch of, like, Black Americans grew up on that and watched that for years, like, reruns for years. Yes. It was the nostalgia factor. It was the, oh, these have been, like, stars in our community for years. No, y'all just hate women. And I say that because Tory shot Meg and y'all are still on his side. I can't even name a Tory Lanez song right the fuck now. I've actually put all of R. Kelly's music out of my mind, so I actually can name some R. Kelly songs. Never mind. Don't even remember the lyrics because I literally found that out. Went to jail. He went to jail. I was like, oh, delete it from my mind. I don't care anymore. Anything from Bill Cosby, delete it from my mind. Obviously, he was not an artist, but you know what I mean. I'm over here thinking, this is what I get. You give a nigga an inch, take a fucking mile. He'll take 37 of them, actually. I'm over here thinking that niggas are, like, sympathizing and upset with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby because of nostalgia. These are people we grew up on. Not really, yeah, I'll give Gen Z that. Not really we, but, like, you know, millennials and Gen X. We grew up on these people, yes. Daystar came around. No, y'all just hate women, and I need to know why. I do. And then, it doesn't help that not only, like I talked about last week, is Diddy on trial, right? And you got motherfuckers coming after his kids. And when I say coming after his kids, his twin daughters just went to prom. People are like, oh, they wore red because Diddy told them to because it's power, control. Like, shut up. Bro, even if he did, shut up. Shut the shit up. Anyways, y'all also are in the media talking about, I bet he killed your mama too. Y'all don't think they see that? Anyways, this is also crazy time in the media for me to be asking, why do y'all hate women? Because Halle just took out a restraining order against DDG, and then Sky Jackson just took out a restraining order against Herky Jerky Yerky. I don't know that man's name. I'm so sorry. I do not know that man's name. And I don't need to. Actually, I'm not sorry. I don't care. That high yellow man. Anyways, why do y'all hate women so bad? Riddle me that. Because let me ask you something. Have y'all ever taken out a restraining order? Because I have, and that shit was only temporary. Okay? That shit only lasted 3 fucking months. Throw back to when I was dating men. I was dating this man from like September or whatever of 2020 until February of 2022. We became like officially in a relationship in like November or something. I don't really remember the exact dates, but I know I broke up with him in February of 2022. So there were a lot of reasons why I broke up with him. Our entire relationship, he did not have a job. The job I have now is the one I had then. Okay, because I got hired in November of 2020, but like still. The job I had then is the one I have now. He lied to me about where he was going to school. He told me for like 11 months of our relationship, he was going to UCLA. Turns out he never went there. He was never enrolled. He was never accepted. He was just lying. Oh. Lied to my family. Great. Like I said, I found out month 11, but I didn't break up with him for another like 3 months because I was in undergrad and I was like finishing out my senior stuff, like my internship, etc., etc. I was going through it at CSUMB. My room was flooding. Like, I was actually going through it for real. Like, I'm not even playing. But nonetheless, figured, gained a little bit of discernment, a teensy ounce. Broke up with him. Thought it'd be cool. He told me he had a plan to kill himself. I had to call 911. Great. I had his number blocked, though. But he emailed me that. He emailed me his suicide plan. Right. He proceeded to email me for months. I printed the emails out. I met him to his grandmother's house. And, I stand on that, actually. If I knew his mama and his daddy address, actually, I think his dad lived with him. Yeah. If I knew his mama address, I would have mailed them shit to her, too. I stand on that, okay? Because what the fuck are you doing right now? I mail him to her for her to see that your son is literally harassing me. I mean, your grandson is literally harassing me. She tells him, he emails me about it. And I was like, wait a minute. Great. You're enabling his behavior. Great and awesome. So, after that did not work, I filed the temporary restraining order. Only did it temporarily because I, was left alone after, so I was cool with it. Until 3 weeks ago. That man messaged me on Instagram 3 weeks ago. quote unquote apologizing. However, I wasn't going to open the floodgates. 22-year-old me would have been like, bro, fuck you. Da da da. Like, I would have said a lot. Almost 25-year-old me now has so much discernment. I know your brain is like fully developed at 25. I think mine developed at 24 for real, because the amount of stuff that I let go, the amount of things that I'm like, it's actually not worth it. I actually like matured so much between like April and June of 2024. I matured so much. It's actually kind of crazy. A lot of things yeah. Anyways, in order to file a restraining order, you obviously have to get the judge to approve it. However, when I filed it, the courts were not open. I was on the phone with, I actually don't know what they're called anymore, but the people who you could file it with, I was on the phone with that lady for 3 days straight. I had to file it online. I just had like, I don't know whoever served him. I don't know. But I was just like, have whoever who works at the courthouse. I mean, it might have been a police officer for all I know. I don't know. But, it was a grueling process. I like blocked so much out of it out of my head. I think the temporary one lasts for like 3 months. But it ain't fun to file. And let me tell you, just know when you file a restraining order, filing one isn't easy. And I don't mean like mentally easy. I mean like literally easy to do. You have to have a judge approve that shit. And what are a lot of judges? Male. I got one for like stalking because I was being stalked. Leave me alone. That man threatened to come to my job. When I made a TikTok about how he threatened to come to my job to talk to me, mind you, he didn't have a car. He was going to take his grandmother's car. Crazy work. But when I made a video like stating like, oh wow, he says he's going to come to my job, he did not have social media. He emailed me saying how his family saw, quote unquote, the video I had posted. Oh, you're crazy. Like, no, I need the restraining order. I'm not going to go into how much, not like just how much I went through, but also like the details of like that messy breakup that I went through from February till like July, I think. It was crazy. Oh, and then funny enough, not funny, haha. When the temporary restraining order was up, I did in fact get contacted, but it was only like twice. It was only once or twice, so I didn't continue to go through with like a permanent one. But yeah, no, filing a restraining order is not fun. It is mentally exhausting, and it's not easy to do. The fact that these young women have them granted, and like Hallie's is extensive, like physical soul custody. I don't know how to phrase that. Sorry, that's not my testimony. I don't know how to phrase that. But the fact that it got approved, let's be so for real. Judges are not approving no bullshit. I had to prove how I was like getting stalked. The emails I had printed, I had to reprint them. I had to play like, I had to play voicemails. Yeah, like I had to screenshot and print out text messages. I was not playing. Like this shit is for abuse. They're not playing. Why, again, y'all are talking about, oh, it's Hallie's fault. And then my favorite, I love when niggas are like, well, it's more so bitches. I love when bitches are like, well, I told her. I said not to. Bitch, who are you? Quickly. Oh, okay. Yeah. You thought Hallie was gonna see your fuck ass tweet about DDG some years ago? Fuck you. I don't even think I was gonna say I don't think I saw it, but like, obviously these are like hypothetical things. Did your friend see it? That tweet got one like. We don't give a fuck what you had to say. You're nobody. And I don't mean that like disrespectfully, but like, you're fucking nobody. Did you listen to your friends when you was dating that fuck ass nigga who broke your heart? I didn't think so. Bottom line is, my question is, why the fuck do we hate women so bad? Because a bitch like me, I beat niggas' asses. And I wish more women were like me and my sister, because we beat them niggas, like, genuinely. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways, heart does go out to both Sky Jackson and Halle Bailey. Yeah. So yeah, for real. Fuck the internet though. Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break and I'm gonna talk about actual like retail things because 15 minutes of me talking about what's going on in the media, one, always need it. I feel like we always need to discuss what's going on in current media, but also crazy word that you could talk about how niggas hate women so bad. And like, oh, okay, sorry. I know I said we're gonna take a break, but my thing is also like, I hate bitches who are like, see, this is what happens when you have a baby but you're not married. That's why Zendaya getting married. Fuck y'all, okay? Ain't your mama single? Don't y'all got single mamas and you ain't seen your daddy in months, years? And don't get me wrong. I am not shading single mothers. I swear on my life, I'm not. My mom is a single mother. I am not shading single mothers at all. What I mean, though, is the way y'all are shading them for potentially becoming single mothers. Do you talk to your mama like that? Oh, I didn't think so. And do y'all, let's be so for real. Do y'all think that they want to be single mothers? Just wondering. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to take a quick break. I promise I'm talking about retail for real, I think. But we're going to take a quick break. I also need some water because my throat is dry from damn near hollering. Okay, we are back. I would say I promise to stay on topic, but I'd lie. That'd be a promise I would easily break. So I won't be saying that. Anyways, I know earlier, before I went on my whole why do men hate women rant, if you hear exploding noises in the back, I think someone has like fireworks or something near my house. I actually don't know what's going on, but I'm in the house and they are not, so it's not my business. One key thing that one thing that I am pro, I guess I would say, because I like say this to my team members too. Take your time off and use your vacation hours. And do I sound like a hypocrite? Low key, because that wasn't me before. But you don't want to get to the point where you need to use your vacation hours. You want to still like just randomly want to. Currently, I am sitting on like 90 vacation hours, like a lot. I have a decent amount, and then over like 60 sick hours, a decent amount. I took a vacation in February, and I'm not taking another one to my birthday, so in like 2 weeks. I didn't start to feel like I need time off until like 2 weeks ago. Because I was like, this is going to be ridiculous. However, my job now does schedule 2 weeks in advance. 3 weeks in advance, I mean, not just 2. And I only work 4 days next week, thankfully. Well, like the week this will be posted, I only work 4 days. Because like I have a dentist appointment in the morning, but I just requested the whole day off. Because I didn't know what time my appointment would end. And there was no point in me trying to come in after. You know, like, I just feel like that makes the most sense. So, I talk a lot of game, kind of, but I don't know. I feel like corporations have you believing that time off is you being lazy, or like boomers especially. But like, you earn the hours, go use them. Obviously my birthday is one day. I have 5 days requested off though, because I should be able to. I come into that job, I do my very best every single day. I do more than my best, actually. I do try every single day. I'm not going to sit there and let them bully me out of not using my time off. And do I get upset when my manager uses her time off? Sometimes. However, I think in like 2 weeks, that lady has worked 3 days. Or in like 3 weeks, she will have worked 2 days. Whatever the case may be, girl, I have not seen her. And I'm like, It just took her like a little too long for my liking to approve my time off for my birthday. So I requested the 5 days off for my birthday in like March. Like, I've been requested it because I was like, because I had a peer then. I had a co-lead then. And I was like, bro, I do not want him to take time off during my birthday. Not that I don't want him to take time off, but like, I would like to be off. Like only one of us can be off at a time, which is fair. And I know his birthday is in September, so I was like, I don't want him to just like happen to be going on vacation and tell her like, oh, I need these days off, and it's like the days of my birthday. So I was like, let me just go ahead and put it in now. She didn't approve it till May. It sat in there requested until May. I like had approved like I approved like a day off like for my dentist appointment next week, and then I requested like a different day off. I don't remember for what, like, but it was one day. What did she do? She made that one day one of my off days, and then I had my other off day. So I didn't even use like vacation or sick time for that matter. Because when you request time off for like appointments, like medical appointments, you have to use your sick time instead of my vacation time. So I'm like, oh, plus we get paid time and a half for the holiday. Plus, okay, I don't know if this is gonna like sound like it makes sense. Because I'm now a manager, so I will be working on Memorial Day. Memorial Day is like a federal holiday. We get paid time and a half. Amazing. However, because I'm now a manager, I get an extra like 7.5, however many hours, 7.25, I don't know, hours added to my time card. So if I was not working on Memorial Day, I'd get just the 7 hours, 7.5, however many hours. I know y'all heard that. And now there's a car alarm going off. Anyways, I'd get just the 7.5 hours. But I'm getting the 7.5 hours at my regular rate. And then I'm getting whatever hours I work. Because right now it still says 4 to 11:30. But I'm not working 4 to 11:30 because Tuesday I have to work 4 a.m. So obviously I'm not getting off at 11:30 p.m. and then coming back at 4. Right. Whatever hours I work, whatever hours I actually clock, that gets paid time and a half. And then I get an additional 7.5 hours at my regular rate. So, yeah. Probably won't even use my sick hours because it's probably going to equate 30, however many hours I work during the week. So they really ate with that one little thing. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm using my time off really to just like recharge. You know, I'm going to enjoy my birthday. Last year I worked on my birthday. And it wasn't a bad shift. I wasn't mad about it. I didn't request a day off. So, yeah. But I wasn't in the same. Okay. Sidebar. Last year, we all know how they say your brain fully develops at 25. Which, like, sure, yes. However, I feel like my brain fully developed at 24, and I say that because I literally felt the discernment. I literally felt the maturity just turn on. And it's so funny because, like, I think about that, and I say that, and I think, like, wow, a lot of people also were like, damn, Kayla, you graduated, and, like, something clicked for you. No, the discernment started. I graduated from grad school, and then, like, turned 24, like, a couple weeks later. Literally, like, less than a month later. And I had a graduation party. That's why I didn't really take the day off for my birthday, because I was like, fuck, I've done all this shit for my fucking graduation. Like, let me not. However, those are two separate celebrations, and I definitely deserve to also be off for my birthday. So, yeah. Never doing that again. My manager was very nice, though. So, I did not mind working my birthday. She did not make me do the most or anything. So, it was cool. Like, I wasn't tripping about it. But I'm not working on my birthday again. I just, like I said, I hadn't taken it off, and I had felt like I was getting too much celebration because of graduation. And again, I'm in a different mindset. We'll never think that again. But I'm using those few days to, you know, reset, recharge. I'm not taking I'm not taking true time off again. I honestly don't know when. I'm going to have a 3-day weekend in July because I'm going to go see Beyonce in Vegas. Because, yes, I bought Cowboy Carter tickets for the Vegas show, too. I felt like I had to. You know, like, it just made sense. It was $80. Yeah, it was $80 plus the ticket. The hotel price was, like, $300. Like, and I'm going with my girlfriend. Like, Vegas is cheap, so I was like, fuck it, I don't care. It's also 80 million degrees, so Not too excited about that, but nonetheless, very excited. I've never been to Allegiant Stadium, so excited for that. But I have a 3-day weekend for that. I'm gonna have a 3-day weekend for my girlfriend's birthday because she wants to go to San Diego, so we're gonna go Friday through Sunday in August. So I don't have true time off. I'll probably take time off right before Q4. Like right before like November, December, January. I'll probably take some time off then, probably go visit my friends and just like relax. Because I don't be doing that enough. I might take like a day off here and there because I deserve it. Like, I'm not going to let this job kill me. But like, I don't feel burnt out. So I'm not like, oh, I already need to request a day. No, I'm not like that anymore. I used to be, but I'll probably just take another vacation right before Q4, and then I'm going to take time off in January after Q4. And we ain't got no hours, so it just makes sense. But I don't know. I'm big on just take your time off, even if you're not going anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. Enjoy your life. Like, you can enjoy your life from home. Catch up on whatever the hell you need to catch up on. No, I actually don't want you to do that. Actually enjoy your time off. But yeah. Oh, I literally have a 4-day weekend. The week this is posted. So the weekend, like Memorial Day, I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm off like that because, I requested Thursday off. Saturday's my regular off day. Saturday and Sunday aren't going to be my regular off days because it's my weekend off. I was going to work Friday, but they want me to come in Tuesday for something. I have to come in at 4 a.m. And I was, like, very upset about it because, like, I had plans. Like, you guys gave me the day off. I decided to make plans with my friend because I was told I had the day off. Like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden I actually needed to come in. Did you have plans? And I was like, I do have plans. They're like, well, at what time? What time does it matter? I said I have plans. So, whatever. I decided, I was like, I'm actually not going to sit here and, like, bitch about it. Like, I don't want to hear anyone's mouth about if I'm coming in, if I'm not coming in, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, I do think it was wrong for them to be like, yeah, you need to come in because my manager's on vacation. Like I said, I made plans. This was supposed to be my day off. Like, I shouldn't have had to, but I won in the long run. I have a 4-day weekend that I did not have to request off, so that eats for me. That's enough. But yeah, I have not felt burnt out in a very long time, thankfully. Not being in grad school really does eat. I'm so glad I got that degree. I'm very happy that I was able to. I'm glad it's over too, because that was a trying time for me. And because you're only young once, I need to get that shit out the way so I can be young, hot, and turn. I feel like before I was promoted, I could only be like in grad school and working full time because I was not a manager. That isn't like, it would not have worked out as well as it did. Just because I'm like, I got too much to do right now, and I'm like thinking about getting a doctorate, but that's probably because I'm bored. Like, I don't know, but I think I got my master's at such a great time because if I would have had it now, it's because I don't have no peer. Like, it's just me, and I'm overseeing 10 areas versus 5. Yeah, glad I got that degree already. Thank the Lord. But take your time off. I try my best not to be, like, always available, though I usually am available. And I, like, just adjusted my schedule this one time because I got Friday off, so I was like, oh, well, okay. Like, I won't complain because you guys give me Friday off, so. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to be dead at work on Wednesday because I'm going to Disneyland on Tuesday. Like, that was my plan. And, like, do I go all the time? Yes. So me and my best friend are going to celebrate his graduation. My bestie just graduated from Cal State Long Beach. Congrats to him. Saying this because I know he listens. But he just graduated, so we're going to go to Disneyland all day because we have not done that in a while. We go for a few hours here and there. I'm going to convince him to get a fast pass, too. Even if I got to pay for it, we're going to have it. So, yeah, Anyways, like I try not to be always available, but I usually am. I'm pretty flexible is what I like to call it, because I'm like, I'll stand, like if I would have had like plans I could not move, because going to Disneyland isn't that deep, but whatever. But if I had plans I couldn't move, it would have just been too bad. We would have to do this some other time. But yeah, I'm gonna stand on that. Take your time off. It is not you being lazy. You are avoiding burnout, and that's all that matters. Another thing that also helped me, finding hobbies. Remember I said I go to the movies a lot? So I went and looked. I have seen 26 movies. Seeing Lilo and Stitch on Sunday will be 27 movies this year. That is my thing. I am a movie theater baddie, okay? AMC hate to see me coming. I found that. I do diamond paintings. If you don't know what that is, I literally cannot for the life of me explain it to anybody. I have to send them a picture. So if you don't know what that is, look it up. I enjoy them. If your furniture to height ratio is off like mine, it can be a little difficult. So yeah. I also build Legos. My mother hates them. I can't admit that. She does. She is sick of them being around the house, but that's just too bad. Like, I could be selling drugs. You could have drugs around the house. Like, what are we talking about? Girl, anyways. She keeps saying, when are you gonna get a shelf? When I have real money. The Legos make our dining room look cute. My mom's allergic to most flowers, most plants. I can't really have flowers and plants in there. Legos, duh. I feel like that just makes the most sense. Oh wow, how cute. But anyways, I have found great and amazing hobbies. You guys will too. Avoiding burnout literally means you got to cut something off and add some here and there, sprinkle that. But with that being said, we're going to read a story and take a quick break because I obviously got to go find it. You guys know me by now. Oh, I keep sniffling and I know I sound crazy. I do not know why I'm so congested. I'm going to use the neti pot. Not right now because that's a whole process. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break so I can read this story. We will be right back. Okay, this one is from Sav. Presumably her name is Savannah. And I love that nickname. That is so cute, actually. Anyways, I'm not going to call you by your government name because you told me your name was Sav. Side note, I be calling people by their government name all the time, and I do not know why. That's just something that I do. However, she said, hi, Kayla, it's Sav. I'm going to call you by what you tell me. Whatever. Anyways, Sav writes in, and the title of her story is called The Stockroom Situationship, and I know this is because of my episode last week. Also, I hope you guys like the Soldier, in parentheses, Soldier Boy voice, because y'all remember he was Drake. That's exactly how I'm love on the clock? That's literally how I'm saying it. Anyways, so Sav writes in. So this happened a couple years ago at one of my old stores. Oh, she didn't say where she worked, and I low-key love that because despite me wanting to know, I be having to go back in and bleep it out. So yeah, I really appreciate this. So this happened a couple years ago at one of my old stores. We hired a new girl. Let's just call her Jess. She was cool, super quick on register, and honestly, one of those employees you wish you could clone. Then there was Marcus, one of our stock guys. He had been around for a while, kind of quiet, always wore his hoodie up, but very dependable. Always handled the heavy lifting, knew the layout like the back of his hand. I started noticing that they were always on break at the same time, like clockwork. Didn't think too much of it at first. Then came the long, quote, bathroom breaks, the post-shift walks to the parking lot, the lingering conversations in the back. One day, we were short-staffed during a rush. I'm up front. Two people call out, and I'm looking around where the hell is Jess? Do you mean call out they called you on the walkie or something? Or they were not at work? I'm assuming they were not at work just because of, you said we were short-staffed during a rush. Turns out Jess and Marcus were quote-unquote reorganizing stock in the back for 30 minutes behind a pallet of detergent. I had to pretend I was just casually walking back there, but they knew I knew. I pulled Marcus aside after his shift and just said, look, I don't need to know your personal business, but don't make me clean this to HR. Keep it clean, keep it professional, keep it cute. Period. Period, Pookie, because keep it cute. They kept it low-key after that. No drama. Eventually just transferred store, and that was that. As far as I know, they're still together. My moral of this story, if you're gonna date a coworker, fine. Just don't make it awkward for anyone else who still has to actually grab the detergent while you're flirting behind it. Please. Girl, you better than me. You should have just reported it to HR. Don't piss me off. You don't quote me on that. But don't piss me off. What are y'all doing over here? Damn, no, I don't like that. Child, I don't know. I low-key got a lot of stories from that episode last week because, well, we all know why. Love on the clock is crazy. There's so many people. Well, Sav, I'm going to assume you're from LA just because I feel like a lot of my audience just reaches LA. But this is Los Angeles. Get on Hinge, babe. Like, get on Hinge. Babe, it's not that deep. Get on Hinge. So, Hinge is a dating app if you guys did not know, but get on Hinge. Get on Tinder for all I care. Like, Hinge is at least decent, but get on one of them because that's ridiculous. Anyways, because I want to get to all of those stories, I will probably read one of them next week too because I don't know. I'm so very passionate about people not dating. Well, I then said you could go fuck your coworker, so I'm kind of contradicting myself. However, don't let it get messy. I'm pro fucking your coworker. I'm con dating them. I'm also con letting it be known. Keep your mouth shut, keep your things in your pants, and let it be. You don't need to be making googly eyes at each other because you saw each other naked. No, let it be. Act like it's just a little friend, FW that you met outside. Like, it's not that deep. Anyways, on that note, this does bring us to the end of our show. I really hope you guys did enjoy my rant for, I want to say like 15 minutes about why, or questioning why men hate women. Question of the year, question of the century, question of Earth. Question, okay? I feel like we all need to be questioning that. But yeah, if you have a story that you would love for me to read, please email me at theshiftshowpod@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at theshiftshowpod on Instagram or at simply.kayla with 2 S's and 2 Y's. All of that. Side note, do you guys remember that Vine from years ago? Like, showing my age. I love saying that, actually. But do you guys remember that Vine that was like, I'm going to Disney World on Thursday, or whatever that girl said? That's literally how I feel right now. I'm going to Disneyland on Tuesday. Probably going to vlog about it. Me and my best friend are going to try some new Buzz Balls. I know they're not going to be good. Like, don't. I bought them, though, because we're going to try them. It's like lemon tea flavor. So I wanted to taste like an Arnold Palmer with like liquor, but I know it's not. It's going to be nasty. Anyways, hope you guys all have a great week. Hope you all had a great start to Gemini season because it's my season, bitches. And yeah, on that note, I will be posting more this week. I was sick last week. Please forgive me. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Bye.